I'm gonna watch Point Break in just a second. First, I'll just tell you why. Because I freaking want to, man. Since when do I have to film myself and defend my choices? Sorry. I'm not feeling funny today, I'm just feeling sleepy. But for the past week, I've been thinking about Point Break, like, over and over. Let me tell you my entire experience with it. I don't remember what age I watched it at. I think I've seen it once. My mom loves this movie. I think everyone's mom loves this movie. And I just remember being like, whoa, that was freaking awesome. And I remember even at the time realizing that it was a little bit camp, specifically the scene when Keanu's gonna shoot him, and then he looks over the fence, and then he goes, and then he jumps away, he hesitates, and then he goes, and he empties this whole clip into the air because he couldn't shoot his friend, the man he grew to love. I'm really excited. I think it'll be good, but I don't remember. And I'm filming this preamble so that if I watch it and I have something to say on it, I can have a little buffer. But that was years ago, and hold on. I'm cooking ugly pasta right now. Yeah, so that was, I don't even know how old I was. And then one time in high school, like early high school, my friend Sydney, shout out Sydney, Shellfish mention, we were having like a sleepover, and we were going through all her DVDs, and I was like, oh shit, oh snap, Point Break? Yeah, we gotta watch this. And she was like, I don't want to. And I was like, why? And she was like, and I was like, you don't like it? And she kind of got, I think it was because I was so like gung-ho about it that she was like, like she had nothing to say on it. Like she didn't really like it, but in my head, I was like, oh my God, I wonder if she has like something with that movie. Like if there was like a problem, like something I don't know about, like her, you know, dog died while she was watching that movie. Obviously not. She doesn't have a dog. Because it died while she was watching Point Break, and it's been a really tough subject for her ever since. But the other day I made a joke, because we were gonna hang out, my friends and I were gonna hang out, but then she couldn't make it at the last second. And I made a joke, I was like, oh, we should watch Point Break because Sydney hates that movie. Like, if we're gonna watch it, it should be tonight. And everyone was like, what? What are you talking about? And then I started thinking, I was like, damn, that movie's so good. Like, I haven't watched it. I immediately abandoned the joke and was like, I gotta watch that movie soon. I gotta watch that movie soon. And I was thinking about it a lot. And then the next day in class, my professor said that the Sonic movie is just the plot of Point Break without the surfing. And I was like, what? Is that true? I've seen both those movies, but I couldn't remember either enough to confirm this theory. Anyways, I'm gonna watch Ugly Pasta and eat Point Break, and I will tell you my thoughts. See you soon. Oh, it's so dark. Well, guys, as promised, sorry. Well, guys, as promised, I just ate my dinner and watched Point Break. So, number one off the bat, what is with that font for the opening credits? If it's not Tron, if it's not some silly otherworld sci-fi, like there's, the capital A's don't have a line through them. A little ridiculous. I'm not sure why. Not sure why. Other than that, yes, I enjoyed the movie. Not as amazing as I remember it being. However, yes, there were loads of campy moments that were awesome. The whole final sequence with them handcuffed together. This is it, man! This is the big ride! This is the big rush! Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, the whole thing is like surfers and adrenaline junkies getting more adrenaline rushes by robbing banks. They never get greedy. They're not in it for the money. They're in it for the ride, man. And then a young Keanu Reeves learns from them, and he learns to surf. And in the end, it's implied that he quits the force. Like, he only wanted one job, one last job. Anyways, I'll tell you who's the best character in that film. Their boss, Keanu and Gary Busey's boss, Ben Harp, played by, who I don't know, John C. McGinley. That guy was awesome. I'm gonna show you the best scene in the whole movie right now.
Harp, we're working undercover. It takes time. We produced a few...
No! Let me tell you what you've produced. Over the last 2 weeks, you two have produced exactly squat! During which time, the ex-presidents have robbed 2 more banks! Now, for Christ's sake, does either one of you have anything even remotely interesting to tell me?
Caught my first tube this morning, sir.
God damn it.
Awesome stuff. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ding me for that, but maybe I'll make it in black and white or something, or reverse it. All right, so also Catherine Bigelow, did not know. Good for her. Shocked at the treatment of a female character at the hands of a female woman. I don't think that she wrote it, and also whatever, it was 1991. She probably just had to take whatever jobs came across her desk, but I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a tale as old as time, but it should be addressed that Lori Petty's character, gorgeous, by the way. Oh, Lolly from Orange is the New Black, I had no idea. Stunning, well, almost Katy Perry vibe. Super cool, she shows up super cool. You're gonna get yourself killed out there, are you crazy? I don't know how to surf. Ah, she takes off her panties. Get away from me. Teach me how to surf. Yeah, right, creep. Wait, maybe I love you. And then it's almost a Brazil. I don't remember the woman in Brazil, but that it's an almost similar where it's like awesome, epic, cool girl with the pixie cut. In the end, it's just treated like her and Keanu Reeves get together. He's lying to her about being an FBI agent. Blah blah blah. She finds out. They have a fight. She runs away, and then she gets held for ransom. And then the whole third act, she is locked in a room somewhere, gagged on video camera, like. And then when she finally gets released, she gets released into the desert in a little white silk nightie and runs to Keanu. And then immediately they start going on each other's necks. Obviously, that's fine, and it's a movie, and I've seen many movies before where the woman is the object for the plot. That's literally not anything new, but I'm just saying that was a critique. But as far as like dude bro movies goes, it's not a dude, it's kind of not a dude bro movie. Like I think this is it a girl movie? I don't know what I would call it. I guess it is a dude bro movie. I don't know. It just seems so like, who is this for? Me. I think that, here's how I would make it better. Jellyfish are overrunning our planet, and I don't need to see any more of them. Let's get a wave. Hey, pretty good. First try. It is ridiculous that he just had no idea it was those guys until like the last minute, and then he went, oh. He was looking at him and he went, because he's hunting, anyway, if you haven't seen the movie, you don't have to. I apologize to Sydney Shelp if she's watching this and she goes, girl, I don't even remember hating Point Break, and if I did, it's because it's a completely mid movie. And yeah, she was probably right. But I had the golden, it was gilded in my brain. It was like, I was like, oh, I love that movie. It's completely mid and fine. There was a few funny moments though. They should have leaned into the camp, and they should have leaned into the brother lover, the bestie, the Batman Joker, the kind of queer-coded, not even, it's like intimate man on man. It's like man crush. That's not fully gay, but it has that edge. It's like the kind where you are a guy in a locker room and you notice the other guy's body and you go, oh, and it affects you and you think about it enough to start going to the gym, and then you see him at the gym and he's like, hey man, I didn't know you worked out. And you're like, yeah. And then you guys form a friendship together, and you guys are like inspiring each other. like that. It's like you're still lusting after a man, but it doesn't end in penetrative sex. It ends in Australia on a rainy beach during the 50-year storm, and cops are swarming around you and you're handcuffed together, jumping out of a plane with no parachute. That part was awesome. There was a lot of moments I loved, and I really loved how Swayze was crazy, obviously, but he had his little gang of gangs who was like going along with whatever he said. And then once shit started getting real with the FBI and the things, and he was gonna do another hit. I hope it's not super dark, by the way. Obviously nobody watches Bootlicker for the quality of video, but I'm gonna cover myself because I don't like to get distracted. I don't know if it was actually his little brother, Patrick Swayze's little brother, but this guy, at one point, one of the dead president gang was like, dude, this is serious. Like, this is getting so serious. We need to fucking skip town right now. And he's like, no, let's do our final one skydiving. Let's take the guy, kidnap him, and then kidnap a girl too, and then do one last hit and run, and then surf away. And then he's like, dude, he's like, the game's not over yet. He's like, this is only a game to you, man. For me, this is scary. And then he's the first one to die. He gets shot. And then every single member of Bodhi's gang gets shot because this guy's obviously nuts. Anyway, sorry, going back to what I was saying, what I would have done to improve this movie is take a little bit of the stupidity out of it and put in how the whole time Keanu knows it's them, but no, couldn't let himself believe it because he loved having friends. Maybe make Keanu a little bit more of a outsider, a little bit more of like a dork in high school. I know he's a football star or whatever, but like something where he had never had friends before, and then he gets accepted into this group of guys, and then he's like, thanks guys, thanks. And he knows right away that it's them. Like it should be 4 tight-knit guys, and he sees them and he's like, I'm gonna ignore that. And then he's at his house and he's looking at all the adrenaline rush junkies photographs of rock climbing and crazy stuff, and he's talking about how he's not into drugs and he prefers to chase the high, and like he needs to know. Are my jellyfish back? Is that Hong Kong? Let's guess. Genius. Yeah, and then make it so that the whole time they are the obvious choice, but Keanu's not letting himself accept it. And then someone else, like Gary Busey, is like, oh, it's those other guys, it's the rowdy guys. And then he's like, yeah, sure, let's raid their house or whatever. That also was a little bit stupid because, I'm not gonna get into it. But I definitely didn't like how he just like literally at the exact opportune moment, she was like, you look like you just seen a ghost. And then it shows back to him saying, these guys are ghosts, man, give it up. That was also a great scene. Yeah. So I do feel like I have to watch Dirty Dancing now. Because young Swayze is such a vibe. Keanu is a bigger vibe, but I do have to watch Dirty Dancing. Also, shout out myself and my heart. Shout out my own heart, because a little while ago I dated a guy who I thought looked like Keanu Reeves. And that was when I first met him. I was like, oh, hell yeah, Keanu Reeves type. And then we broke up and the thought of him made my skin crawl. And then I actually just watched this movie and I was just like this. I was like, ah, he looks nothing like that guy. I was just having crazy like Twitter-pated goo-goo eyes. Like I thank fucking God I can still enjoy a young Keanu Reeves movie without thinking of my slimy dirtball that lives under my stairs. He doesn't live under my stairs anymore, but you know what I mean. Anything else? Let's think. I think that's it. I mean, if there is other stuff, then it's not worth mentioning. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Bye. See you later.
Just how the hell did I ever even let you talk me into this whole boneheaded idea to begin with?
Harv, we're working undercover.